Hey y'all, this is TCA Gaming, and in this video we're going to have a few different things going on. First, yes, I did spend another 100 grand on some items. I'm going to show them to you, just a few items. I'm also going to show you guys a few error cards that I found in some Vivid Voltage booster packs. I'm going to show you guys a raw PSA submission, and then at the end we're going to open up some booster packs as well. So let's make this a pretty good video. Should have a little extra time going on here for those of you who participated in the auction. I'm glad you did. I'm probably getting close to, if not being on vacation now for a week or so. Hopefully I won't get too behind on those. Alright, so first we're going to look at the errors that I'm talking about. So I had my parents open up 8 sleeved boosters, or 8 sleeved cases of Vivid Voltage. They had already reprinted that stuff, go figure, right? So I got the second wave of those in. I was like, go ahead and open them up. And when they sent back the sorted reverse hollows, I found, out of all the reverse hollows, there were 6. I don't know if you guys can tell, but these are full hollow cards. And I mean, like, it is very obvious. In fact, let me get a Vivid Voltage reverse hollow to show you and compare. Oh, there they are. So we have here just a regular, reverse hollow. It's holographic only in this area here. Now, if you look at this one, it is hollow on the entire card, and I mean, like, the borders are really obvious in the color difference. But the entire card is hollow. It's really cool. There's nothing on this card that is not holographic. And being reverse hollows, they don't have, like, some random sparkly texture. They just kind of have the energies. But I found 6 of them. No particular Pokemon here. I mean, I would love to have had some kind of Charizard. But, just these. And I imagine there is a Charizard out there because it's probably a full sheet that, this was done to. But anyways, we'll move on. I thought those were pretty cool. We'll move into the submission that I received. He sent a note as well. I thought this was really cool. So, hey Rusty, longtime watcher and big fan. I wanted to try out your PSA service, so I picked 25 cards, 20 Pokemon, 5 Yu-Gi-Oh! These are all from my mom's collection that she passed down to me. We collected together back in the late 90s. The Gaia Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards all came from an Error LOB box purchased at 7-Eleven. Back when it first released. My mom had bought a pack, and when opened, it was full of Gaias. Man, wouldn't that be flipping sweet? Dang, I can't even imagine that. She went and bought the rest of the box and ended up with over 100 of them. This is what's left. Keep up the great work, Gage. So I think that's really cool. I'm gonna show you guys his submission. And when I first saw the cards, I was like, what is going on here? How did he get 5 first edition? These are all first edition LOB English. If you don't know much about these guys, secret rares normally come 1 to a box, like 1 per 24 booster box, and there was 2 secret rares in LOB. There was the Trihorn Dragon and the Gaia, the Dragon Champion. So you can get 1 of these per 2 boxes. So to have a whole pack of them, I mean, that's just crazy, or 100 of them. And I was looking at them. The condition actually looks pretty cool, or pretty good. It's I think the centering is what's going to keep it from not getting a perfect grade. And just ignore, the PSA sleeve and case. But I mean, you can see it. Now, these all have the glossy texture on them. For those of you who are aware of the LOB First Edition, there's a glossy, wavy, different type of print. But with the Gaias, I think only glossy have ever been discovered. In fact, that's one of the reasons a lot of people said that glossy came later. But like I said, I have a sheet, and to me that just doesn't even make any sense. It predates the whole set release, and glossy is like really, really unique. Like, this type of foil or that type of surface is very unique. The wavy, people said that's unique, but it's really not. I mean, you have it on Unlimited and several sets afterwards, so it's kind of similar to the first edition thick and thin kind of deal with Pokemon base set. It doesn't really matter, which one came first, because in general people like the wavy a little bit more. It commands a little bit higher pricing, even though the centering is kind of off. That's something maybe you could compare to Shadowless to why people may say that one comes first too. But we'll never really know. I thought it was really cool that he had 5 first edition LB guys, and they're all basically mint. But here's his 20 Pokemon cards. We have a Zapdos from Fossil, and it looks like he has the corrected Unlimited. A lot of these had an evolution box error. If you see right there, it's missing part of the corner. It's not like a straight kind of deal. Some of those weren't holographic right there on the Unlimited. First edition, it was not corrected, but Unlimited it was. We've got Muck, Magneton, Moltres. I got a dot, man, that's probably on the case or something. Got Kabutops, Hypno, you got Haunter, Hitmonlee, Gengar, Dragonite, Ditto, Articuno. Did we have all of them? We didn't have the Aerodactyl, did we? You have Aerodactyl, maybe a few others. Got Dark Dugtrio, Dark Arbok, man, that one's almost OC. Got Dark Machamp, got the first edition non-holo, Dark Hypno, Magneton, and then a Lapras. So you have a very solid submission there. Of course, if those guys get 9s or 10s, you're probably going to see some markups. You might see a markup anyways because they're very expensive. Alright, so now to start in on my purchases. First, I bought this one. You guys probably saw this one on Instagram. For those of you who don't know, I do have an Instagram. All my links and stuff are down there in the description. But this is a very hard to find PSA 10. If you notice, it's not base set. It's actually Legendary Collection. It is a reprint set. It's not the first time Charizard was reprinted. It was first reprinted in base set 2, as long as you're not considering Unlimited like a reprint or whatever. But then it was also reprinted in Legendary Collection. In fact, there was 3 reprints. You had the non-holo in the theme deck, you had the holo in the pack, and you also had the reverse firework holo in the pack. But this one is by far the most expensive, very hard to find. It is the hardest to get, I believe, Charizard that has been graded to come out of a booster pack. There are only 12 in the pop. 12, that's it. And I paid a very high premium on this compared to the last sale. It was $30,000 plus an unlimited sealed Fossil booster box. That's what I traded. And Jim Mint, man, he helped me out. He helped a lot out with the trade. And the guy, he shipped the card to me first, and then I paid him. But I was glad to add this one. This is the one that took the longest for me to get for all the WotC seal, or all the WotC Charizard PSA 10 Master Set. I still have 4 cards to go. I know where one of them is, but he's wanting like a crazy price for it. And then, but if you go down to my PSA 10 want list, you can see that kind of stuff. So there's my first purchase, and the next purchase, I've got some of this stuff for free. Got some The Simpsons booster boxes. Had no idea they had those, but these come along free with this purchase. And I bought a Fossil first edition booster box. I'm actually missing the Unlimited Fossil now because I traded mine out of my personal collection. But I have an extra first edition. Maybe I just won't replace the Unlimited and I'll just keep an extra first edition. I mean, it kind of makes me feel I want to complete it, but it's better. Also got an Expedition. This is, I believe I have 3 of these now. And then I bought a Skyridge booster box. So I bought those 3, and these 3 I bought for $75,000. I believe that the Skyridge is worth somewhere between 40 and 50 right now. The Expedition, I believe, basically how I broke my price down from what I bought. I bought this for, it was 40, 20, and 15, and that came up to the 75, and I figured those were pretty safe numbers. I do realize, we've got a little bit of a retrace going on with Pokemon right now, but these are really tough to get. And these 2 boxes are very, very hard to find. Expedition is one of my favorite. Skyridge has always been tough. I did have several offers at $50,000. The only one that's really been listed around that price has been in the United States. Has went pretty quickly. I did see the one that was listed in the Philippines for 40, but that one was a scam. It was just taking the pictures off the one of Heritage, and that one is actually, at last I checked, it was like at $48,000 after the buyer's premium. So I mean, I believe it's a pretty safe bet. A lot of risk for the little bit of reward. Say I do sell this one for 50 and that one for 25 and that one for 20. It's 50, 75. And then you got the 20, 95,000. So I do 95 a clear after fees. Say I clear $90,000. That's $15,000 that'll be the profit. And then you get taxed on top of that. So you might get 10 grand, total out of that you profit, but you're risking $90,000, from the buyers, because if one of them just tries to run off with any one of these boxes, it's going to be a total complete loss. Plus, you're going to go into the negative. So you have to remember that kind of stuff when you're trying to liquidate really high-end items, and it's a lot of risk. That's why I do offer out consignment stuff if you want to sell through my store. But, it's got to be higher end items, and I take a pretty good percentage. But anyways, I am happy to add all 3 of these to my personal collection for now. I'll probably use them somewhere down the road to trade for another card, kind of like this. to get something. A lot of people, when they hold on to these really rare, unique items, they don't want to sell it for whatever the market is. They want to trade for something else that's, that would make them just as happy, because they see, this right here to me is a better bet than Money in the Bank, because this is going to beat out inflation over time, as long as you plan on keeping it for a while anyway. So hopefully I can use these down the road to trade for something else, like an English verse set. That'd be sweet. But you just never know where stuff is going to go, so hopefully they don't tank too far. But we're going to move on. So that was the 75 plus 30, so that's over $100,000 just for those 4 items right there. And we'll just see where it goes. Hopefully I can recoup my losses with all the 9s that I've kept over the years. I have several strong 9s, and like I said, I'm not big on regrading. I had thought about it, but I just never did, and so I'm going to start putting those up on eBay as well. Now, to get to the booster packs that I said I was going to open up for you guys, I have 3 Team Rocket First Edition booster packs. I believe all of these are unweighed. I really can't remember, and Team Rocket is pretty tough to weigh. Like, even out of a booster box, it's really rough, or really tough to weigh them. The last time I busted a booster box and tried to weigh it, I believe I come up with 4 definite heavies, 18 maybes, and then the rest were lights. So I don't know. I'm not even going to try to say that I know for sure whether or not these are going to have a holo or not. They may all not have a holo. I mean, it is only 3 packs. The guy that I bought them off of, he probably didn't know either. So we're just going to open them up and see if we pull us something really cool. Who knows? Maybe we'll pull us a Dragonite Air, because somebody did pull a Dark Dragonite Air out of a regular booster pack, so that was really cool. I can't remember if it's 5 cards off the back or not. I don't see any difference in like the sheen, so I'm going to imagine this is not a holo pack. But who knows? I'm going to pull the 4th card off the back, see if it's the same trick. All right, so we're going to start off with Rattata. So things you can look for with First Edition Team Rocket is a lot of these stamps, they're like super heavy and they're smudged up, and sometimes they're actually gray stamped. And I've got quite a bit of each, but it looks like these stamps are well printed. These are the thin stamps. This is why probably the thick stamp for a base set is considered to be the very first, because all the following stamps were thin. There we go. We got us an Eevee. I'll probably just send all these straight to PSA. Many of you know that the original Japanese artwork of this Grimer actually had his little eyeballs not pointing out this way, but pointing up that way, and the artwork was banned because of that. They thought it was him looking up their skirt. Wow, so we got us an Eevee and a Dark Vaporeon, so the pack is already doing really well. Then we have Nightly Garbage Run. This used to be a pretty well ran card in the decks. You got to choose up to 3 basic Pokemon, evolution, or energy cards from your discard pile, and then put them back into your deck. And then we have Digger. Got the Doduo right there. Alright, so for the rare, we have Rainbow Energy. Now, if this is a holo, it's pretty tough to grade, but, on the non-holo side, there's really nothing special about that card. So let's move on to pack number 2. See if we can pull something out of here. Yeah, Team Rocket booster boxes for a while there were pretty much at the bottom with Fossil. Fossil was always the lowest, then maybe Jungle and Rocket. They were all kind of tied. Team Rocket was actually the very first box that I bought for my personal box collection. I remember buying it for $159. And, well, I had a base, but at that time I was just collecting base. But when I decided to start collecting all the sealed booster boxes, Team Rocket was the first one that I added to that collection and the first step that I made. And like I said, I bought it for $159. And I thought it was a pretty good purchase. This is almost the same stuff. Got Goop Gas Attack, got the Eevee, got the Meowth. Rattata. Are these going to be all the same cards? Got Zubat. Nope, Oddish is different. Did get the Grimer again. Dark Machoke, Dark Rapidash, and Challenge. Okay, so for the rare, we have Dark Slowbro. So over 2. We might not be pulling us a holo. I tell you what, if we don't pull a holo in this pack, I'll just walk over to my shelf and I'll pick up one of these other packs that I believe should be a heavy. That way we at least pull something decent. But if we do pull a holo, I'm gonna call it here, because opening these packs is not cheap. Don't get me wrong. I love opening them, but they are not cheap. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a little bit lighter. You see that? So maybe we did pull us a holo here. Or it could just be, a lighter card because I didn't notice it. Alright, we got Voltorb. We went 3 for 3 on Eevee. Now that's pretty good. Looks like the centering is very good on them as well. So we got Oddish, Zubat, Abra, Charmander. Got us a starter. Dark Raticate. Potion Energy, Dark Primate. Oh, there we go. And the Dark Jolteon. Jolteon was always my favorite of the trio. We have Dark Golbat. Okay, so we did not get us a holo, so I'm going to halfway talk to you while I walk over. There's my hand, walk behind the desk. We'll grab, I don't have many of them left. We'll just grab a Skyridge pack since I added a box to my collection today. Alright, so this should be a heavy. See right there. It's weighed between 5.5 and 17.65. A lot of times this is a weight that's actually not heavy, but with the lot of packs that I had bought, I determined that it should be heavy. And so far we haven't whiffed on that yet. We did open up some that were in between, and a few of them did have a holo. Most of the other in betweens I just sold as light. So if you bought some of my packs on eBay, you may actually have a heavy pack that I sold as light. So let's see what we have here. I can't remember how many cards in it is. See if we see one that's obviously different. Probably that one. Say it's that card. So that means that would probably be the reverse holo, or that might be the holo. I don't even know. We'll just go straight through. All right, so we have Swinub, Ursaring, Hoot Hoot, Pinecoat. Oh, okay, so I definitely got the holo wrong. So that's probably a rare, but man, we just pulled a Flareon. Wow, and this guy is usually pretty easy to grade. Can't believe I didn't bring a case up here. Man, does that card not look perfect? Wow. I have no doubt that that's going to pull a 10. Unless I'm just missing something that you guys can see. The centering looks perfect. I'm going to set this thing in the background before I wreck it. So this is probably going to be a rare. And that should be the reverse holo if I'm thinking right. Alright, then we got Mystery Plate, Delta, and Bounce Energy. I mean, you have to think we still have a shot at pulling a... Oh wow, we got us a rare Moltres, so that's a good one too. We still have a shot at pulling a Crystal Reverse Holographic card. So I mean, so this could be like a Crystal Charizard or something. I mean, I doubt it, but we'll see what we have. Fastball, that's actually not bad. Fastballs are not easy to grade. Or maybe I'm thinking Friend Ball. I know that, I believe I remember selling Friend Ball, like just a regular non-holo for like 15 bucks or something. That was before all these spikes had happened, so that was like a ridiculous price. But honestly, the condition looks great on that. It tempts me to open up one other. I think I have maybe 2 more Skyridge heavy packs left. I'm just burning through them in videos for you guys. But I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the video as well. And I'll try to have another video come out pretty soon. Thanks.